Hey there YouTube, Superbrain AK here, and check it out. This is going to be a review of the SkyRC MC3000. This is pretty much the best charger you can get, and the last charger you'll ever need. So, you got... so these are the type of batteries that can charge and discharge. Those are the sizes from quadruple A to 32/700s. Now some of the bigger ones, these ones, you can only fit 2 in the outermost slots, but hey, that's fine. So comes in a nice box, reclosable, and open it up. You get the manual, and it's pretty comprehensive, I think. Now, everybody thinks that this thing's user interface is terrible. Well, I'm going to show you in the version 1.14 firmware, which you can update yourself, is pretty good. Depending on how advanced you want it. So, here's the charger itself. Pretty chunky guy. I've got a little 2-cell lead Ocala here for comparison. So it's pretty darn big, that's for sure. But it can handle anything. Thickness there. And see the USB ports and the Bluetooth light. Put that away and pull out the charger. It comes with, so here it is. Comes with a 15-volt 4-amp power supply, and comes with the 2.5mm socket, which you plug in to here. 12 to 18 volts in. So let's plug it in. This is the cable that it comes with, a little rectangle. See a little red light up there. There you go. You might not be able to see that backlight. That's okay. I'll hold this in the setup. So there are 3 different modes: dummy, simple, and advanced. Let me go ahead and turn the backlight off. Aha, there we go. So, it also has feet on the back. Now this is the new hardware version with the 2 cooling fans, so I'll show you inside later. Stick around to the end to see the differences. Good buddy, really awesome guy on the budget light forum already tore down the version 1.0, so I'll show you what's in the 2.0, but stick till the end. Alright, so greeted with the 4 slots, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So hold the stop and setup button, and you can see here, let's zoom in. So English, so you can change the language if you want. UI mode dummy right now. So dummy mode can charge lithium ion, 18650s, or nickel metal hydrides. This is a D cell, by the way, which it can certainly charge. It can charge down to quadruple A. Change from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Shows you temperatures. So dummy, nickel metal hydride, and lithium ion. You can set the parameters for the current on the dummy mode. Turn the beep off. Turn the system beep off. And then you can hide the different chemistries that you will never use. Like RAM. I don't know if you've even heard of that. So you can even go down, set your input voltage cutoff, factory reset, calibration reset. Careful with those. You can see your firmware version and your hardware version. And hold the enter button and get out of it. Alright, so in dummy mode, I've got a lithium ion battery here. These are just two 18650s in parallel. So pull back the slot. Yep. Pull back the slot with one finger. Put it in there. Alright. It detects lithium ion. I'll put in a nickel metal hydride. So in dummy mode, you can only charge. So current set to 0.7. Let's see if I can change the current. Yes, I can. Now, since this is a really big nickel metal hydride, I'll change that to 1.5. Now, this is also a large, because it's two in parallel, 18650. Hold the setup, and there you go. It's charging up, ramping up the current there. Then you can see the total amount of power going in, the milliamp hours, and you can see the voltage. Yeah, you can view the parameters just by pushing the slot. Do it on the nickel metal hydride cell. And I should peel this off. Oh, yeah. There we go. Nice. Oh, now you can see me. Hi. Yeah, you can see what it's doing, the milliamp hours, voltage, what it's going to terminate at, its average voltage, charge current, how much power is going in, the watt hours going in, total time, the temperature, so that's battery temperature, and that's the cutoff temperature, system temperature, and the internal resistance. So for a dummy mode, it's not really a dummy mode, but it's super straightforward. You put your batteries in, it detects whether it's lithium ion or nickel metal hydride. You can set the current. Let's see. Nope. And there you go. You started. Put them in, maybe change the current, hit enter. Done. So, that's the dummy mode. Let's go ahead and change it to advanced. Simple, advanced. Now, simple is just a little bit less advanced as advanced is. It hides the delta voltage, delta termination cutoff, temperature cutoff, things like that, which I can show you here. Change it over to advanced. Let's get a, well, advanced mode gives you the programs. So I am currently programming slot number 1. So you can have 30 programs that you put in. Now, the only downside to this is it's a little bit hard to remember which program was for which, but all the information is right here. So program 1 is a cycle, capacity cutoff of 900 milliamp hours, charge current, discharge current, the resting time between charging and discharging. So after charging, it's 15 minutes. After discharging, it's 15 minutes. How many cycles you want to run. The cycle mode, so you can charge or discharge. You can start with discharging, you can charge it and then discharge it, or discharge and then charge. So that's for like a nickel metal hydride or a nickel cadmium. Fully discharge it, then charge it up. Or fully charge it, fully discharge it, and then fully charge it again. That's probably for bulk testing and you want to keep it charged. That would give you the full milliamp hours of the cell. Your target voltage, well, this is a nickel metal hydride, but we can change the chemistry here. Nickel metal hydride, high voltage lithium ion, lithium iron phosphate, and standard lithium ion. And we're charging. Now I don't have the capacity set. What I can do is set it so 2600, and has the charge current already mostly set for me, 1.3 amps, and it does that also with the discharge current. So if I change the capacity down, you can see both of these changing. So it's rather smart. Let's see, so for lithium ion you get a restart voltage. I think nickel metal hydride does the same thing. You can set your discharge termination voltage, over temperature cutoff, time cutoff. So once you all set all of those, then you see the set to, save to. Now this is program number. See how we were in program 1? We were editing program 1. Now we can save that to where we want. We could actually program it to all the slots. But say we want to program this to number 10. There we go. So now you can see what the different slots will be doing. So there. Now I didn't actually set it to the slot, but if I go here and go to number 10, there, 3000 milliamp hour lithium ion cycle. Alright, so now it's using program 10, set number 2 with the button up here. Change up. Press, hold enter. Now the second slot is using 10. So now I've got some other programs for the other chemistries. So I'll put a lithium ion cell in there. Now we can kind of see, so it's using program 10, and you can see the discharge current and the charge current and the type of chemistry. Now I've got a little lithium iron phosphate here. put that in here. And now I've got a nickel metal hydride D cell. Now this probably has to go in the outer slot. You could put it in here, but you might not be able to put another battery there. So we can see these two are using slot 10, or program 10. This one's using program 25 with his lithium iron phosphate, I believe. And number 5 is nickel metal hydride discharge. Now if you want to test, confirm something, just press the slot and you can see battery type lithium iron phosphate. Or in here, nickel metal hydride discharge capacity cut of 10,000. Hold enter. Hold enter. Well, probably just press. And there you go. You're running those programs. So yeah, this guy is quite a hefty list of specs. And if you want to see the full list, you can go over to the Budget Light forum. You can see that there. And I'll put a link to this article. And this guy, HKJ, who's an awesome member of the forum, did a full review. Now this is the version 1.0, so a few things may have changed, especially in the user interface. But you can see the chemistries it supports. Yes, all across the board. The battery sizes. And you can see some pictures of different sizes in it. And a little bit about the user interface. And these are just text dumps of what the whole menu looks like as you scroll through. And then you've got the, oh yeah, the PC software, which I'll make a different video talking about the quirks of those, which you can export a whole graph. This is graphs that he's done with his testing equipment. And thermal characteristics, oscilloscopes. So yeah, definitely check out his thing. And then Teardown. So this is version 1.0, where it has the flat sideways heatsink. The 2.0, I'll show you, has slots in it. And then instead of one cooling fan blowing onto those, it has two for both sides, which makes it a lot better. And then I think a little bit has changed around here. So let's get into it. I'm going to zoom out. And you can see these guys were going. Racked up maybe 30-40 amp hours. Milliamp hours. Hold the stop there. Now that does remove the programming, or remove the capacity. Alright. Unplug it. Now I have removed some screws already. So let me get the other screws out. And we can see inside. And you do have to remove the feet there, as there are 6 screws. Now you do want to be careful because it is a little bit finicky to get out. Let me close these and pull the back off. Now you gotta watch out for the fans, since the plugs are glued. can see that there. I'm actually going to pull the fans out of the case, which is really simple. Just go in there, and there we go. There's the back with the two fans, and let's zoom in. So here's the board. These are the power stages. These are your sliders. Whoop. Now the back does kind of hold everything in. You can kind of see it goes along there. Here is the fan. Snow fan, 0.1 amp. Tiny little guy. And then here's the control side. So the analog digital controller, or analog to digital converters, are down in here instead of being up on this part of the board. This guy's been moved over. I think this guy's been flipped to the other side. You still have a resistor divider on the USB port, which should definitely be it should totally be a little chip that auto negotiates. But let's pull this up to get at the heatsink. Let me zoom out. You can see the power stages here, MOSFETs and diodes. There's the barrel jack input. Now you can see power stages there. So it looks pretty similar, except the heatsink now has these slots in it so the fan can blow in and around these surface mount components, then down and over here through the top ventilation holes on this. So it blows in and out. And it probably blows a little bit over the batteries as well. But yeah. So, yeah, you can see the railer falling out. There you go. Whoop. So, not much has changed, but still a very robust design. Now it's going to take me 20 minutes just to put the back together, but that's okay. I'm going to be taking some pictures of the board. And you can see this is actually a filter from the USB port. If you can see, it goes through that inductor over here to this buck converter. So the buck converter is the main 5 volts for the whole system, and it just uses that on the USB port as well. There's the buzzer you can see there, and probably a linear regulator. Let's see what that is. Yep, 7805. So this is probably to the microcontroller or the ADCs, something of that nature. See, all the plugs are glued, so that's pretty good. And then I won't take apart the button boards, but they're still soldered buttons, so you can easily replace those. Alright, so now my 3000 MC3000 is in shambles, but I'll get it back together. So, stay tuned for part 2, where I show you the mobile app and the desktop, and maybe a little bit more about the quirks and features. But so far, it's been running great. Haven't had any issues, and it's pretty reliable. Time will tell, but I believe everyone's hasn't had a full failure yet. I will catch you guys in the next video. So, thanks for watching, and have a good day.